Ada moved her whole family from the UK to Nigeria after living in the UK for 15 whole years. People just couldn't believe that what people are looking for, people are looking to relocate abroad, and somebody had it on a platter of gold and just left it and now carried her whole family, herself, her husband, her children, and they all moved back to Nigeria.
Hello everyone. Just like an update, 2 years, we are still standing, we are here just, to give an update on how life has been here in Nigeria. So I'm happy to be here again.
So please tell us again, why exactly did you leave the UK?
If I use the word bored, it might be like I'm repeating myself, but it happens. I've been there for 15 years. And let's just put this straight. I am a Nigerian. I was born in Nigeria. I grew up in Nigeria. I schooled in Nigeria. I only got married and had to join my husband in the UK. So I cringe when people say, why are you going back home? Why are you going back to your home country, to the land of your birth, to your family, to your loved ones? Why are you going back to your friends, to the life you used to know? But it's unfortunate, really. Things are just the way it is here in Nigeria, and I think people don't really think about things when they say it just because of the situation of things. So if you ask me again why I relocated to Nigeria, I got homesick. I want to expose my children to the Nigerian side. I want to rest. I've worked so hard. I'm still working hard. I want to rest. I left for my mental health, to reconnect with family, to enjoy Nigeria. I left for the food, the noise, for the vibe. I missed it. I crave Nigeria. My heart beats for Nigeria at this point in my life. I've spent 15 years. My husband, 20 plus years. So tell me, I'm not getting any younger. Don't be deceived. Look at me very well. I want to enjoy this other part of my years in Nigeria. There's so many reasons why I left the UK. It's called movements. You can't be in one place. It's called transition. My first daughter, she's 15 and she was born in the UK. And where we live in the UK, it's like a countryside, sort of. They are the only black people in their class, in their school. Just recently, we started getting other African children in the school. So I would say my children, they are Nigerian and British at the same time, but the British side is like up there and the Nigerian side is down here. So what's wrong is it to, let them see the other side of their identity, their heritage. That's basically what it is. I don't know what the big deal is really. But I think it comes more from people in Nigeria than people in the diaspora, if you get what I mean. Yeah.
Well, to be honest here, isn't that the goal of most people, to go abroad, make money and go back home? Why are people making it look like
you? Thank you.
Because me, I really didn't understand it. Somebody moved abroad and said, I don't want to stay abroad anymore. I want to go back to my home country. Why are you guys against it? Why do you guys have a problem?
Yeah, my daughter will say Nigerians are not patriotic. Like, why? Like she's, you can see how.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
We actually have a video on my channel, myself and my daughter, where she gave her own experience, her own take on everything. It was really good to hear from her own take of everything. If a girl of 15 years knows this, how much more grown-ups, So it's not a bad thing. Just like you said, we left for greener. My husband basically left for green. It wasn't doing so well here in Nigeria, just like most people, and he moved. He relocated to the UK, did all the work here like most people would do, got the job in the army, and he stayed for that long in the army, traveling from country to country and doing all the army life stuff. He's done it for years, and it was time to okay, let me if you see me, then you can imagine my husband, his age and everything. And the big thing for us actually was during the pandemic, I lost my father-in-law and my mother-in-law, and we couldn't travel to Nigeria because of the whole restriction and everything. And my own parents are alive. My mom is alive. My dad is alive. And I said to myself, what if anything happens? Is this like, how do I explain this to my children? Because it's one of those things I did for myself to bring them to bond with their grandparents whilst they are still strong, although they are aging, but they are still strong.
So far, how have you been coping in Nigeria, and do you have any regrets making that decision?
I will take my glasses off for you so you can see. My skin is skinning. See this wig I'm wearing? Like, I can't even count. Apart from the wig, if I want to go to the salon every day, if I want, I can go. My children are thriving. I can eat Nigerian food as much as I want. Like, I can visit my mom and dad whenever I want. They can come to my house whenever they want. The system here is it's like this. What I've been used to in England and what I'm enjoying or facing here, they are two different things. But that doesn't mean there's no challenge or struggle here. I think if we want to start talking about the challenges here, it's like we will not leave this conversation. But for me, based on my experience, based on my circumstance, for me now, I'd rather stay without light than have to go through what I was going through, or the state of England as that when I left it. I still suffer with the bad road, although our road is getting better. It's looking
cost of living. We hear now that things are really expensive. My husband visited Nigeria recently, and he was just like, how are people coping there? So
cost of living, my dear, is the same thing everywhere. I would say I appreciate I understand my privilege or privileges as a citizen. I think it helps. But looking at it from the cost of living in the UK before I left, and even now, my brother is there as we speak. So even if I don't watch the news, I have somebody there on ground that is telling me what is happening there. Although I know, because I know I basically watch the news. So the cost of living, I would say, is everywhere. But with regards to Nigeria, we are coping. It is really, really, it's crazy. Nobody regulates the price here. Anybody can just put price up and, just sell. But what I'm doing to cope is shopping around. I found a way to navigate these things to get my things easy.
How about your kids? I know they've got like accents and all that. Does that?
Yeah, I try. This time I don't take them out. If I'm going to the market, I leave them at home. Or if I'm pricing, I just tell them to close their mouth, because it's not working well for me. Because as soon as they open their mouth, the price goes up, just because they've got British accent. So I think it's a general thing.
Your kids, do they have any regrets? Do they say like, "Mommy, take us back to the UK"?
No. Maybe it's a phase, I don't know. Maybe because they are children, everything they are seeing here is new to them. I don't know. That's not to say they like everything happening here. But to sum up everything, I'm their mom. I see them. The cost of living is the same everywhere, but by the grace of God, we are managing just like everybody else. I've got my ways of, going to the market and trying to get a good deal. I just have my way of doing that. And when it's time to bargain for things, I wear my business hat to do that. So I've been really coping well, really.
Yeah, it's good to know you have no regrets so far. You told us in the video that you established a business here in the UK. We know that now. So how is the business surviving without you here presently? How are you coping with that?
That's a very big challenge. That was part of the challenge I was facing whilst in the UK, and it's still ongoing, and it's even getting worse. So when it comes to businesses, most small business in the UK, in fact, all businesses in the UK after COVID, we're all facing the same challenge. Staffing, recruitment, staff retention, and at the moment, cost of running a business. It is just, it's been one big challenge for me, not just for myself, like I said, for other businesses too. So we just try as much as we can to just keep afloat. It's really difficult, but we are trying, like every business would do, to keep afloat. You know the system in the UK. If at the end of the day you don't work, you still have a roof over your head. If at the end of the day you get some form of payment into your bank account every month. If you don't have food, you don't have anything in your fridge, in your cupboard, there's food bank for you to go to, and you come back with 2 hefty bags of goodies. Why would you bother? And the tax system, I don't know, people don't talk about this. The tax system is crazy. These challenges, because of the benefit system, the welfare system, the barest minimum, like what can keep you going as a human being, most people, if not everybody, as long as you're a citizen, most basic life wants or needs, you're already getting it. Unlike us here in Nigeria. So most people just feel, what's the point of working? How would you work when at the end of the day, half of your salary is going to childcare? How would you do that? And how would you work and work hard and earn good money if at the end of the tax year, your money is slashed into almost half of your salary is gone, 40%, 45%, or if you've got 2 jobs, it doesn't end there. So I think the system makes people lazy. So most times people don't see the need to work. And even if they work, because of the staff shortage, it's like they're overworked and they don't last in a job. I don't know if I'm making sense. They don't last in the job. So we end up getting people come in. As they're coming in, they are leaving. You can't retain them no matter how much you increase it. And there is a limit to how much you can increase the amount you pay them. You know, we try as much as we can to pay way above minimum wage, but it's still not cutting it. So the staffing and retention has been a very big challenge for the business. Yeah, so we are really struggling. And I know I'm not just saying this for my own business. I know most businesses are, going through the same thing. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. I know you're definitely going to be fine. Now, lastly, I just want you to give us an advice, because you have done it successfully. For those who are interested, what advice would you give to anybody who really wants to start up a genuine business in the UK?
It's easy and it's not easy at the same time, if you know what I mean. You can, with £12, you can set up a limited liability company in the UK, or you can get a solicitor and accountant to help you do that. But I think my advice would be every Nigerian in the diaspora should look into going into business. I say that because of the flexibility that comes with it, which is basically what I am enjoying now. I say that because of how well your lifestyle will improve. I say that again because of the tax system. It's favorable to businesses than, working as an employee. So I would say look into, I know everybody is not cut out for business and everything. Some people just don't want to deal with the setup, all the wahala that comes with it. They just want to go out, get paid, and, come back and solve their problems. Yeah, but I'm just saying people should consider that. It will really be helpful.
So please, any business ideas that can help?
So it's just basically look around you. I always say, look around you. Look for the problems. If you can find a problem, just go out and look for how you can solve that problem. No matter where you are, look around you. See what people need. See what people are like will pay anything to have. As long as there's a problem, find ways to solve that problem and monetize it. Really, that's basically it. Is going and doing things outside of the box. What works 5 years ago might not work now because of the way things are changing. We are in a digital world, so you have to tap into the power of social media and the internet. So think outside of the box and see what you can do for yourself. See how you can solve people's problem around you, then monetize it, and I think you'll be good to go. So at the moment, I provide a consultation service. So if you're coming back, if you're tired and for one reason or the other, you are looking to come back, I've done it. So I can talk you through how to navigate the whole logistics and everything. You can always check my channel out. Go to this description box, click and book a consultation, or just watch my channel. I leave videos on my life here and things I've been up to and ways to navigate life here in Nigeria.
All right. Thank you so much, Ada, for coming, and thank you everyone for watching. I hope this video has inspired you. Hope you've taken something home from it. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.
Bye.